Hey guys, it's Jody. About a month ago, I was really bored on Twitter, which I usually am really bored, so I'm on Twitter. Anyway, that particular day in June, I asked my Twitter followers to ask me some questions because I thought, hey, it would be fun to do a Q&A. So they asked a bunch of questions and I gave them 0 answers. So I'm going to introduce a new feature, hashtag Ask Jody. When will your answer video be up? It's only taken a month and a half, but today, the answer is today. August, what is it? Whatever today is. August 3rd? Is it August 3rd? Why am I asking? There's nobody else in this room. Is it August 3rd? I don't know. August, whatever. Today. Thanks for asking. Ash to Toto was ahead of the curve, asking, in October, what do you miss most on the road, family or Arctic Circle fry sauce? I travel a lot because I cover the Utah Jazz, and they have 41 road games a year. So that takes me away from Utah. And Utah is the home of Arctic Circle, which is a hamburger joint. And it's not just any hamburger joint. It is a hamburger joint that has the best dipping sauce ever, called fry sauce. They started this trend years ago, and it's kind of a peculiar Utah thing. Basically, it's mayonnaise, ketchup, and some secret spices that make fry sauce. It's amazing. The rest of the world, you're missing out. You should have fry sauce. So what do I miss most on the road? Fry sauce or my family? Ah, man. This is a no-brainer question. I love my family. But fry sauce, of course, because you can't get anywhere else. Okay, I miss my family too. Rick Hardman asks, if you could not be a sports writer anymore, what would your next career be? You know, one thing I'd try to be is something that makes money. Sports writers, journalism. This is not exactly the great industry to be in right now. What would I be if I wasn't a sports writer? I know. A YouTube star! Subscribe! Tell your friends! Share! That's a really good question. I love to cook. I originally wanted to be a chef. With the cleaver, I hack them in two! My dad was custodian. I don't want to do that. I'm not very clean. Boy, I hope I don't have to face this question. I've been a sports writer and a writer at the newspaper for 21 years. So, I'm so entrenched in my ways. I have a hard time even fathoming being something else. Occasionally you'll start wondering, maybe I should go into public relations, or maybe I should be a communications director or something like that. I'm good with communicating, I can write. But then I look at the requirements on job postings and everything seems like it's work. There's one reason why sports writers went into sports writing. It's because we don't have to work. Okay, it is work, but you know what I mean. We're not sitting behind a desk 9 to 5. In high school, I was voted as the most likely to own a fast food restaurant. So maybe I'll have to shake my couches and buy an Arctic Circle chain so I can have an endless supply of fry sauce. Bingo! That's it. Speaking of fast food, Garrett Failer, my friend, what is the McRib really made out of? Do you really want to know? I know people ask this, but aren't we better off not knowing certain things? There are meat parts. There are gelatinous parts. There are probably rib parts. I wouldn't be surprised if there are chicken parts. Some of that pink and goop parts. It doesn't matter. McRibs are tasty. Who cares what it's made of? They are made out of tastiness and love from Ronald McDonald. Other than that, I have no clue. Oh boy. Did Adam and Eve have belly buttons? Are we in a church? Does this look like Sunday school? Do I look like a preacher? I know that Adam was missing one rib. That might be the answer to our McRib question. Every time I've seen Adam and Eve, their midsection is covered up with the big fig, so I don't know. They might be embarrassed. That's why they put the fig there. They weren't embarrassed of their potty parts. They were embarrassed because they didn't have a belly button. Or maybe they had a really freaky outie or a Grand Canyon-esque innie like I do. That might be the first question I ask once we have access to the pearly gates Google. Are you a real DJ? What was your dream job growing up? Yes, I'm a real DJ. I have a picture from a Las Vegas club to prove that I'm a real DJ. Check me out, spinning those vinyl things. Moving the tables. That's what I do. See those skills? It's not just some imposter making it up. You don't call yourself a DJ if you're not really a DJ. Okay, I did. The reason they're asking that question is because on Twitter, my nickname, my handle is DJ Jazzy Jody. When I started Twitter, I did it because I write about the Utah Jazz. And so I wanted to get something that was sort of jazzy. I was coming up in jazz, Jody, jazz and Jody. The only thing that made sort of sense was DJ Jazzy Jody. I used to have a blog called Jazzland, and I said it was DJ Jazzy Jody and the Fresh Prince. Not Prince, Prince. Get it? Fresh Prince, because I would write stuff with print. Newspaper, print. Yeah. Okay, moving on. What was your dream job growing up? I wanted to be a sports broadcaster growing up. Apparently, I have a face and voice for newspaper, Prince, DJ Jazzy Jody and the Fresh Prince. You don't get it. Okay. And then I went on an LDS mission to France, and I thought it'd be cool to go into chef school and become a chef. And for some reason, I became a sports writer instead of a chef. Go figure. Will the beard make a comeback this next jazz season? The handlebar mustache is coming in quite nicely, I must say. My wife's question would be, when in the bleep are you going to shave that stupid thing? She does not like it. She's not a big fan of the handlebar mustache. I just think it's kind of funny. As for the beard, man, that thing was so big. That was a huge monstrosity. In a good way. Monstrosity in a good way. As if there could be any other way. But I don't think the beard will be coming back. I love the beard. The beard was a part of me. The beard grew on me. Grew on me. Oh, man. See, if I don't laugh at my jokes, nobody will. Or you might, but I just have to make sure one person laughs at my jokes. I don't know. I like the beard. I have an idea. I have a music video I want to do with a beard theme, and I think it'd be a hit. I think kids and adults alike would find some humor in this music video. So if I do indeed do the video, maybe the beard will come back. It's an acting prop. I actually used it as an acting prop. I had all sorts of fun. It was a great conversation starter. I've had a lot of jokes.
Hey man, has anybody ever told you look like Duck Dynasty? Really? What makes you say that?
Does your toilet paper unroll from the bottom or the top? For some reason, this is one of those hot button topics. You know, if you want to get in a bar fight with somebody, tell them that the toilet paper should come up over the top instead of under, and you better have some backup. So I started my marriage, and I was an under guy, and my wife was an over-the-top guy, a woman. She still is. She says I'm over the top. Speaking of over the top, my buddy Dirk says I look like the guy who arm wrestled Sylvester Stallone in Over the Top. He had a handlebar mustache and was pretty intimidating looking like I am. I don't know. Here, we'll judge for yourself. Here we go. Side by side. There are some facial hair resemblances, but that's about it. He's far better looking than I am. To make a long answer longer, my wife I've succumbed. I am now an over-the-top toilet paper guy. Although, secretly, I still prefer under. I just think it's easier. Over the top can just keep on spinning. You're like, and it's just, and it can unroll and make a mess, and you got toilet paper all over the floor. Under, it just is easy. Just, it seems more natural. Under, rip. I don't know. What was your experience in journalism before you took the jazz beat? Before I started writing about the Utah Jazz 7 years ago, I covered a little bit of everything. I covered high school sports. I covered Utah Grizzlies hockey. I covered minor league baseball. I covered some college sports. I covered the 2002 Winter Olympics. I was one of the hockey writers. That was awesome. I also did some ski jumping. Riding, not the actual jumping. Can you imagine me? Ah! Oh, man. They call me Avalanche. I'm one of the few Utahns who doesn't actually ski. When I was 12 years old, I had a bad skiing accident, ripped up my ankle, and just had to be taken down the hill in a ski toboggan. So I only tried it one other time after that when I was in high school. That didn't work very well either. So I stay off the ski slopes. But I did cover that ski jumping. That was fun. Also done just a lot of community sports events. But I had a lot of great experiences outside of the jazz. I mean, I covered a 90-something-year-old great-grandma who became a weightlifter. And she was awesome. She made it onto David Letterman. I got to wait with the family back in the green room at the studio back there. That was a great experience to go to New York with her. I covered the Sundance Film Festival in Park City. I stalked Britney Spears, saw the back of her hat. That was a career highlight. I've done a little bit of everything. I've covered some really crazy things, some fun things, some tragic things, some really sad things, like a father of a high school football player. I told the story about how he got cancer, and then his whole goal was to watch his son's senior season of football before he passed away, and he about made it. It's been a fulfilling career. Would you dance if I asked you to dance? Would you run and never look back? Would you dance if I asked you to dance? Would you run and never look back? I can't remember the rest of that song. Yes, I would. Thank you, Enrique. Why did you move in with your auntie and uncle in Bel Air? Well, Sean Walker, I think you have your story mixed up a little bit. That was Will Smith, not DJ Jazzy Jody. I actually have a friend named Will Smith. So I'll have to ask him why he really moved in with his uncle and aunt. The DJ Jazzy in Will Smith's life, Jeff, not Jody, was a regular visitor to Bel Air, but he wasn't an occupant of Bel Air. I'm not sure where DJ Jazzy Jeff lived. But there you go. A little bit of 80s history for you. What's your take on this whole meaning of life thing? Well, oh man, the meaning of life is doing Q&As on YouTube. That's pretty much what it boils down to. I'll have to ponder that some more. It's been 44 years and I still am not quite sure what the meaning of life is. Once you think you know what the meaning of life is, life kicks your feet out of underneath you and then you have to figure it out again. So, serious answer, family. It all boils down to family, friendships, relationships with people, treating people well, loving people, hopefully getting love back, sharing love, being good to people, trying to be the best person you can be in multiple ways. Hone your talents, try interesting things, experience different spots in the earth, learn different cultures, try different food, meet different people, see things in different ways. The meaning of life, I mean, that's love people. I mean, I'm a religious person, so I believe there's more to it than that. I won't get into it too deeply here because I think you wanted a lighthearted answer, but there you go. The meaning of life is love. I happen to believe that love comes from God, and we have to try to reciprocate that love by loving other people, and we should just love other people anyways. That makes our lives better, makes their lives better. It will enrich us all. So there you go. Big group hug for all of us. I love you. You love me. Now you think I'm Barney. In the song from the 60s, what is the other color of the yellow polka dot bikini? Are the dots the yellow part? It's an itsy bitsy teeny weeny yellow polka dot bikini. That's the only part of the song I know. How old do you think I am? Gosh, I know this light is like, you can see that my hairline is receding, but I'm only 44. I'm an 80s guy. I'm not a 60s guy. That's a question for my mom and dad. Oh, man. Or for Google, Wikipedia. I bet they know. I don't know. Are the dots the yellow part? Itsy bitsy, teeny weeny, yellow polka dot. Yeah, the polka dots are yellow. Yellow polka dot bikini. I think. I don't know. You know who would know? Mary Tyler Moore. Or, as they'd call her, Gidget. Gidget would know. There you go. There's a 1960s reference for you. How do you tell your roommate that he stinks? A lot. Tell them with love. Tell your roommate that he... Take a moldy chunk of cheese, some curled milk, and a gym sock, and ask him to smell it. And then ask him to smell himself. I think if you took some Febreze and just started spraying it on him, he might get the clue. I still have some leftover questions that I wasn't able to get to, and I'd love to answer some more questions, so leave some questions below, or go to Twitter, DJ Jazzy Jody, hashtag Ask Jody. Let's fire this up again. Hopefully it won't take me a month and a half to answer them again. Thanks for watching. Please give me a thumbs up, and hit that subscribe button, and we'll do this again.